Anyhow, okay, we're back.
We're back.
Through the forest.
We made it. Yep, we had our swords and we had our compasses and we saw some lotus and we defeated some spider bosses. So that's Mysterious Forest.
It is.
It's a really, I think it's a simple and quick game to play.
Super simple.
Yeah.
I like the game. It is certainly not something I would pull out and play a million times, ever. So, if you watched it, if it seemed too simple, here's one of the reasons why I added it after seeing it. It actually is more simple than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. I saw it and, the whole kind of fantasy scene, blah, blah, explorer, whatever. But the reason I did buy it after I played it, even though it's so simple, is A, it's good for a younger crowd. So if you can bring it to somebody's place that has younger children. You can play it for a filler game. And after playing it, I think Jeb and I both, our brains started working. And it was like, you could really house rule the crap out of this thing and make it really hard.
Yeah, like when they said do the boss blindly, when you mentioned do every card blindly, I was like,
you could do that.
I'm not going to win that.
You could do half of it. Like, you have to do it blind up until the Wanderer.
Yeah.
You could move the Wanderer around and be like, first 3 cards you do blind. And then if you make it through the Wanderer, you can do it normal. Yeah. There's a ton of things you can do.
You could do even like endless mode where just have all the, well, no, I don't know if that would work. But.
Yeah, you could, there's a lot of things you could do. You don't know what's going to be on the enemy, and you better have some extra stockpile. Mm-hmm. And just hope that you win. Because if you get the wilds, you've got at least 2 good ones if you can hold on to them.
Right.
There's a lot of things you could do to really crank up the difficulty on it.
You could replace the Wanderer with another boss and have like a mini boss.
Yeah.
One of the Wanderers uses 4, and I think all the bosses use at most 4. So that might be something you could try.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. I have noticed it's like if you use the Wanderer and you didn't really screw up too bad, most of the time it seems like you're gonna win. The Lokis you didn't really see it in the 2 games that we play. If you roll a lot of them, they can either be, you can get really lucky with them, or they can ruin your whole game, because every time you take one of those things off and it's not what you need,
you lose it.
Yeah, you lose it. You lost the space. If it was good for something down the line that you missed, it's already gone. So those are hit or miss. But again, there's enough things you could do. You could make your backpack tighter. You could you
don't
block
use the bottom portion of the backpack.
I don't think you could do the whole thing. You'd have to.
Yeah, I
if you wanted to get that particular, but I'm pretty sure you could be safe with I'm gonna play this game and 2 of the spaces are unusable or something like that.
Roll 3 dice instead of 4.
So all that being said, that's one of the reasons why I picked up one, because I'm not gonna sit here and say this is my favorite game ever. But I think for what it is, I think it's really good. It's really solid. It's awesome for a quick game, and I think it's great for probably the younger crowd. I think that your younger kids this is a great introduction to gameplay, and it's well made.
Yeah, I like it. It's not one that, like you said, I'm going to play it every
I'm sure you wouldn't be buying it for your collection either.
Yeah, I don't have kids, so it's not like I need it. So.
Well, my kids are all grown, and I still put it in because I figure, maybe.
I feel like you go to a lot of different events and stuff,
true.
so you can.
So
it
it could be there, and like I said, I would probably make some of the different rules on it. I think the art's spectacular on it.
I like the figure. That was a nice touch.
The figure's awesome. We didn't mention it, but it is based, I haven't read it, it's based on a webcomic called Worm World Saga. So if you're familiar with that, that's what this game is based on. I think Jeb said at the beginning, it's a maximum of 20 minutes. I don't even know that we took 20 minutes to play both of those games.
Each of our games were about 10 minutes.
Right. So there you go. You could even, another thing you could do, you could flip those cards really fast, like 5 seconds.
That's what I was saying.
You could be like,
house rule
boom,
time
bam,
on it.
boom, bam.
If somebody wasn't paying attention,
too
out
bad.
of luck.
And the other thing that you watching it was probably a lot easier. But after the first couple, once you're filling, your mind starts to wander a little bit, and you start. I'm talking about when you're flipping them over and filling in the cards. You start to be like, oh, did I remember the right thing?
Right.
Even when you're rolling the dice, because there's time has gone by. And you're trying to remember, was it 2? Was it 3? Was it
that
2?
was the
Was
biggest
it 3?
thing. 2
was
or
it
3?
1? Was it 2? Was it 1? Was it 2? So, it does. I would probably never play this game after playing it the first time. I would probably never play it on easy again.
Oh yeah. No, easy,
for an adult,
yeah, I think we just play easy to show, but
and then after that, I would probably start doing some of the tricks, and I didn't even think about what Jeb said during setup. I might just put another forest card down and be like, no wild cards for you. You either make it or you don't.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there's not much more to say about. I don't think there's much more to say about it.
There's not even things that you need to really remember, because I mean it is.
It's a memory game, though, Jeb. You do need to remember.
Yeah,
it is.
But aside from remembering the cards, I think it's simple enough that there's no mistakes that you'll make.
Yeah. No reading for the kids.
Yeah,
all pictures.
All pictures.
6 is probably high. They say 6 and up. That's probably high. Yeah, but
I don't know when kids are.
Well, whatever. My kids are pretty grown now. Yeah, I don't. But I'm pretty sure that less than a 6-year-old could probably play this game. Who wouldn't like it? You're not going to bring this to your adult.
Bring this to a bar with
playing. Battle warrior magic playing. Hey, let's play for No.
Yeah, I don't see it going over too
well. But again, if you had a light crowd over and you were like, hey, let's
10-minute game.
10-minute game. Let's take this out. Let's go through it. Again, if you're playing with the adults, throw in some of those house rules or whatever. I think you have a good time with it.
It's a party and lots of drinking going on.
Yeah. Well, that would make it so you can't remember anyway. I thought I saw. Anyways, I don't have much more to say about that. I think
it's a great filler game.
A great filler game. I'll call it more of a kid's game up to a filler game.
Yeah.
And
that's a better way to put it.
And I just think that people that wouldn't like it, I just don't think this is it's not a big complicated. It's not an involved game.
Right.
So you're not, it's not you're not going to see this on the top of best board games ever.
Yeah.
You're just not. But I think if you watch this stuff, because I see them, I don't know if Jeb ever sees them on Facebook and things like that. There's always somebody asking, I have this age child, I have this age child, what should I buy next, or what should I play with them next to get them involved in my hobby? Here's one for you. Not kidding, it's good. It might not make it to the table long, but I think they would ask you to play. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents. I have nothing else.
Yep, neither do I. So check out our other videos if you have any questions, which I don't think you will for this game. But any suggestions, comments, let us know. We're always here to listen to you guys.
Yep.
Other than that, I think that's about it.
That's all.
Boards and booze, booze and boards with Mickey and Jeb.